Well, let's start with the injuries then, Nelson. Hamza made quite an impression for 4 minutes last week. What's the latest with him?
Well, he's had his tests. We have to make a decision whether he's going to have to go through a surgery or not. So that decision is going to be taken shortly now.
Do you think it will come to that? And if it does, how long is he out for then?
Well, if he does go under surgery, we'd expect him to be back in 3 months. So that's the decisions that we have to take now, because obviously he's going to be out. If he doesn't go for a surgery, he's going to be out for 4 weeks, and that could happen again. So I think the decision, probably the wise decision, would be having him in with the surgery now, and then we are sure that within 3 months he'll be back and good to go.
Just devastating for him, isn't it, as a player? Signs a contract, earns a contract after a trial, makes an impression in the few minutes he's on, and then that happens.
Yeah, it's very disappointing for him, for sure, for everyone here, because he's a nice person. He works hard, and when I decided to give him a chance in that game, and he makes a huge impression, and I thought, wow, we've got something here, and then we have to play 6 minutes without him, and that period is where we conceded the goal in the very last minute, and I felt just so unlucky for him, and obviously for us as a squad, because we lost that game. We also lost him for probably a couple of months.
What about Bryn Morris? Any chance of him being back?
Yes, he started doing some ball work yesterday, so I expect him to be fully integrated with the team next week. So not for tomorrow, but for the next week, yes.
Any other injury worries at all?
Yeah, Michael Spellman, obviously, he's been out for the last 2 games. He's expected to be back in 1 week or so. So he's another one that we are looking after and making sure when he's come back fully fit.
Because of the injuries, you've still got 2 weeks before the transfer window shuts. Is it important you strengthen again, or?
Yes, definitely. Like I said, we are working hard in this club to make sure we find the right players. Obviously, there's a lot of players wanting to come here and work with us. That's a positive, but we have got to make sure that the ones that come out are the right ones. And yes, we were looking to bring 1 or 2 more players, obviously.
Do you expect a busy final week as far as that goes?
Yeah, it's in British football is always a busy final week or final day, I would say. Final hour, why not? But yes, obviously we are ready. We know what we want. Like I said before, just a question of making the right decisions. And obviously this situation with Hamza probably will make us think a little bit better on what we can do in the last week.
And you think 1 or 2 should do it, as far as you know?
I would say yes, but again, if the right opportunity come around, and if it's the right player, why not 3 then? So we are assessing everything.
Have a word of Hugh.
Yes, I did. No, we are always in contact. He works hard, very hard, every day. Him and his team, obviously, we are working in a good connection between everyone, and yes, we know what we want, and we've got a clear idea what type of player we want to bring.
What you also want is a win, isn't it? It's only 2 games, but and a big day for you, your first game at Rodney Parade.
It is a big day. I'm really looking forward to that. I've heard about the support of the fans, and I'm looking forward to feel it tomorrow. It's going to be a very important day for me, obviously. Home, I know they've been suffering a lot. Unfortunately, we couldn't give that win that at some point I felt we deserved at Cheltenham. The boys did well. Just so unlucky that final bit of the game. But yes, tomorrow, home game here at Rodney Parade. I am sure the fans will be supporting us, and it's a big game for me, for my family. My son is going to be one of the mascots, so everyone is looking forward to that game.
Oh wow! So will you have a chance to see him walk on, or?
Yeah, no. I think we'll have a chance to see another person with a good energy, wishing that everything goes well here at this club, and hopefully tomorrow is going to be the game that we got to go back to the wins, hopefully, and yeah, it would be very good for everyone.
But you know it's a formidable task tomorrow in that Doncaster finished last season fantastically well, lost in the playoffs, and have started well this season.
They did. They're a very, very good team, and I know that. But I think we've prepared the game quite well, and obviously, you know, it's about how you go about every game. And Doncaster will be very difficult, very tough. But that's a good challenge for us, because if we can beat Doncaster tomorrow, I think the energy will be even better, isn't it? Because we're going to play against a good team. But yes, we expect it to be a very tough game. But I know the boys are determined to give that performance, to give that win to the fans.
Because you talked about needing to do the ugly side of football better. Is that something you'll have to work on today before tomorrow?
Yes, definitely, and actually we've been working on that, and I think you can see clearly there's a new style being implemented here. I feel like we are still in that transitional period, but yeah, quite happy. The 2 games we've got, even with the pre-season, we had more of the ball. The stats can show that, not so much probably in the last game, but we were better on that side. Yes, but that ugly side of the game, which is stop conceding goals and doing the defensive side and getting the basics right, which we've been working hard. And even Wednesday after that game, it's the way we play the game. And if you look back to the goals we conceded, it all comes down to getting the basics right. And yes, after the meeting, we all could see that we know what is wrong, and we've been working on that. And like I said, the players are really determined to improve on that side of the game and give a good win to the fans.
In terms of that, you're very much sticking with it. You've said four at the back, sort of 4-3-3 iteration. Versions of that is what you're going with, and it's just nailing that is not,
well, I think you have to be flexible and be again flexible and trying to make sure whatever shape you go, you get your basics right. So
exactly.
It's like and if we need to change anything, we will make sure we'll do that. And again, I don't think that's nothing wrong with it, and it's just to make sure we get that basics right.
And in terms of the style, it will come slowly, won't it? You're not going to suddenly start playing like Barcelona in their pomp.
Oh God, no! It's difficult and takes time, and I think you see other teams, it takes time, but there's always a first step, always a first step. And I think clear that first step has been taken in the way you selected the players, the way the new players. You've spoken about having or not experience. We have a young squad, and that first step, I think the base of that is actually that, having a young squad where you can work on them, you can improve, you can see that style growing with them as well. And yes, but I think we are in that early stages, but you can see that already. You just have to look for the stats of the game. Of course, if you only look for the final score, probably you would say no. But if you look to the stats and if you look to the team trying to play, yes, you can see that first step has been taken, but there's still a lot more to do.
It's tricky, isn't it, in the modern world? Everyone wants everything now, but there needs to be a bit of patience, both with you and the players, even some of the older players, whatever. They're all settling into something new.
They are, and we are all buying into it. Again, that has been very clear to everyone. But yes, I think it's all about time and making sure we see improvements every day, every game. And when I spoke last week about having a comfortable position in the table, it's that position that allows you to carry on doing and improving your style. you are focusing on how to develop that style, that for sure that will then bring good results.
You heard the fans loud at Cheltenham, but they're going to be behind you in the dugout.
Fantastic. No, their support has been unbelievable. Like I said, I've heard about that before, but feeling that is even amazing. And again, a big thank to everyone that's been last game in London, long journey, late as well, and they've been fantastic. I have nothing but to say the best and thanks for their support. And unfortunately, that didn't happen in Cheltenham. Fingers crossed, will happen tomorrow.
You mentioned some ins. Would you have to get any players out, maybe give them loans, experience some of the younger lads, or do you need to have some people out to get?
No, we definitely need numbers, and again, we are quite short at the moment. We still have players in our academy that they can step up and do a job for us. It's just about making sure that whatever we bring has to be the right player for this club moving forward.
Michael Spellman's injury, what was?
He had a muscle injury. I don't really know what was the problem, but he's going to be out for another week or two or so.
And Bryn was leg, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bryn has a tendinitis, something like that. Yeah.